So Allah is going to do in His eloquence, He's going to take one or two ayat, in this case one ayah, and essentially mention the heart of the matter. And I want to compare this for you. The human body is made up of many things. And every one of them is very intricate. Just studying how the finger works is an intricate thing. There are lots of joints inside, blood vessels inside, veins inside, muscles inside, and each one of them is extremely intricate. But if you want to talk about the essence of life, that's the heart. Or maybe the heart and the brain. These are the essential components. Other parts are there, they're valuable, but they're only alive because these things are functioning. You understand? So really the heart and soul of the matter is going to be discussed by Allah, which gives everything else life. Now, a person whose heart stops working, that's on the inside, the heart stopped working. And they're lying. From a distance, you can't tell if they're dead or sleeping. The hands are still there, the body's still there, the face is still there, everything is still there from the outside. It looks exactly like any other person. But on the inside, because this is gone, everything is gone. And because the mind isn't there, the brain stopped functioning, everything is dead. It's no longer functioning. This is not a functional human being. So what I'm trying to get at, when Allah says the hearts became hard, when He says for the people before us that their hearts became hard, that means everything else in the religion, even though it looked like they're practicing the religion, is dead, is of no value. That's just artificial. It's just like a corpse. They're literally like a corpse. And so if that happens to you and me, that we're Muslim, that we say Allah's name, that we pray, that we make dua, that we make dhikr, that we recite the Quran, but the heart inside dies, then everything else outside becomes an artificial corpse that others might see as alive, but Allah knows better what's going on inside the hearts. So we beg Allah not to make us of those whose hearts have become hard. So now Allah, when He's going to describe the fundamental religion in this ayah for the Israelites, what He's basically teaching us is what are the things that keep your heart from dying. Because if you hold on to these fundamentals, then your heart will not die. And if your heart will not die, everything else in Islam, everything else that Allah and His Messenger want from you, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is going to fall into place. But if this isn't there, everything else is pointless. Everything else is just superfluous. So what is this essential thing? He says, لا تعبدون إلا الله. He says He took a contract from the Israelites, an agreement. وَإِذَا خَذْنَا مِيثَاقَ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيل لَا تَعْبُدُونَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. You're not going to be enslaving yourselves, worshipping anyone other than Allah. You've heard this a million times, but let's dig into this a little bit. What does it mean to worship Allah? What does it mean to enslave yourself to Allah? The more you get to know Allah, the more it should change you and me. The more you learn about Him, the more it changes me. And I want to give you some practical, how does that work? When you get to truly appreciate that Allah is worthy of all praise, then you no longer seek praise yourself. You're no longer interested in praise anymore. It changed you because you internalized that Lillahi alhamd, alhamdulillah, it belongs to Him. So I don't need validation by people's praise. Now it's His entire His giving. When you understand Allah is Al-Aziz, is the owner of all dignity and all authority, then you're not looking for respect from anywhere else. If it comes, it comes, but it only came because Allah wanted it to. But what Allah has given you, nobody can take away. When you and I internalize, deeply internalize Allahu Akbar, that He is greater, then you and I internalize that we're not so great. That we don't need to prove ourselves to anybody. It's a check on our own humility. It puts us in our place. When you and I realize Allah is Maliki Yawmiddin, He's the Master of Judgment Day. Every time you learn something about Allah, He's the owner of all justice, Al-Adl. Then you get really scared of His justice. And you start if He's so just and He's let me, then I'm not free roam. I can't just do however I please. When you recognize that Allah is Ar-Rahman, He's loving, caring, merciful, kind, and then He's given so much love, care and mercy to you, then how is it that Allah can be Ar-Rahman to me and I can be zalim to someone else? That I could be oppressive to somebody else. I could be, cold towards somebody else. It's every time you and I learn something about Allah, our relationship with Allah evolves. Our ibadah to Allah evolves. So it is this constantly growing. And by the way, these things, they become rusty. Just because you know hamd belongs to Allah, you learned that in this khutbah, or you thought about it for a few seconds, that doesn't mean that 8 hours from now, you're going to be thinking that I don't need validation, that I don't need praise. You and I need reminder. We need to review these teachings. that needs to come back and hit us again and again and again. And the most effective way that that will hit us is actually Allah's words themselves. Which is why He says, isn't it yet time that their hearts, أَن تَخْشَعَ قُلُوبُهُمْ لِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ, that their hearts became filled with awe by the remembrance of Allah. And so many of the Sahaba commented, ذِكْرُ اللَّهِ فِي الْآيَةِ أي الْقُرْآنِ. The remembrance of Allah is the Qur'an itself.